my name is Mickey and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my very quick, out the door, I'm in a hurry type of look. A lot of the times my husband will come into my room or like wherever I am and be like, hey, I need to go here, will you come with me? If you are anyone who has a boyfriend or a husband or a significant other or whatever, you know that men can get ready in like 5-10 minutes and your girl here cannot do that. So I am going to be sharing the products that I use to get ready like very quickly. Now I'm pretty sure no matter where you live these days, it is hot as balls because climate change is a real thing, bitch. And so if you are one of those people like me who don't want to go out in a full glam face during the summer because your shit's gonna be melting off, then this is the video for you. So a little disclaimer, if you are super sensitive to profanity or if you are easily offended, this is not the place for you. I am a no filter bitch and I have no idea what's gonna come out of my mouth, so keep that in mind while you're watching. Alright, so if you guys are interested in the products that I use when I need to get my ass out the door, then just stay tuned. So my husband just laid on me that we need to go to Costco. Costco closes at 6 today and it is now 3:30. If I were to do a full face or like a face that I would normally do when I'm going out like shopping or something, we're gonna be here till like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then we're not gonna make it to Costco. So we need to get our asses moving today. So I'm just gonna pin my hair back. I have already primed my face with the e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick. I have just really been loving that thing. I've been using it all damn summer long. A lot of the products that I'm gonna be using today are pretty affordable. I think there's maybe a couple items that aren't necessarily drugstore. You guys know me, I am very cheap bitch, so I like to use things that are drugstore price and that are affordable. As I mentioned already, I use the e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick to prime my face. Now the first thing I'm going to be going into is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. I have really been loving this concealer. Also the fact that my under eyes have been really dry recently. I have no idea why. I have been hydrating the shit out of it as much as possible, and for some reason we are still dry even though it is super summertime. I'm going to conceal any type of acne or redness that I have on my face. I have quite a bit right now because everything is finally kind of healing. I have been using some new skincare products and been testing them out, and a lot of them have been working pretty well. If you are someone who needs to get ready fast and you have next to perfect skin, you might as well just leave the house with no makeup on. I only do this because I am one of those people who is a little bit insecure with my acne and my discoloration, so I actually never really leave the house without something on my face. It's just something that I've always done ever since I became a full-blown adult. It also has to do with where I grew up. In Japan, it is very rare to actually see anyone without any type of makeup. It's kind of crazy. It is very, very popular to be wearing some kind of something on your face, whether it's a tinted, you know, sunscreen or concealer or mascara or brown powder or whatever. You will hardly ever see someone without makeup. Also, it's because I feel like I like to look somewhat nice before I leave the house. Now, I'm not saying that Americans don't like to look nice. It's just I feel like they don't have to try as hard. When I say that, I mean like anytime I go to Walmart or like, you know, the grocery store, a lot of people really just don't give a fuck about what they look like, and that's totally okay. I wish I was like that, but I'm not, and so here we are. So next product I'm going to be using is some brow gel. Now, I have a few options here just so I can give you guys out there who are maybe like going back to school or, you know, a little bit low on money, or, you know, you just want to be that, you know, penny pinching bitch like I am. So I want to give you two options. These two brow products I have been using for quite a while now and I just absolutely love them. The first one is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. I love this. It's very, very affordable, and I feel like this is one of those brow gels that is great for beginners. But no matter what you do with it, you know that you're still gonna walk away with a decent brow. And a lot of other brow gel products that I've tried, some of them you need practice because if you put too much, it's gonna get like weird, cakey, and like hard and build up. The other product I have is the Milk Makeup Cush Fiber Brow Gel. This, you guys, is like my tried and true. This is like #1. This is also a goof-proof type of brow gel. If you are a beginner, this is the way to go because you just cannot go wrong with this brow gel or with this one. Today I'm going to be using the Milk Cush Fiber Gel because I just love this thing. I actually bought a new one. This is the one that is my MC brow gel, and I like to take this and do the front part of my brows with this because I feel like it doesn't lay on as much product. I like gradients in my brows, so I like the front part to be a little bit lighter than the rest of my brow. I use whatever is left in the bottle for the front part of my brows. God, you guys, I cannot fucking talk today. I apologize. I'm having so much trouble like talking lately. It's been like really bad. Anyways, I'm gonna take my new Milk Kush Fiber Gel and I'm gonna do the rest of my brows with this. I have been having so much trouble talking and just speaking in general. I've actually been having a lot of weird things happen to my body lately, and by that I mean like this whole right side of my body is slowly going numb. I know it sounds weird and I should be a little bit more concerned. The only reason why I sound so calm about it is because I have made appointments and gotten like tests done and stuff. They did my blood work and they really couldn't find anything with my blood, and that's usually how things go with me. Is a lot of the things that I suffer or I go through with my body, like medically, they can never find it until like months and months later. Like I never have anything that's as simple as taking a blood test and be like, oh yeah, you're anemic, or yeah, you have high blood pressure. It's never anything simple like that. So I actually had an EKG done. I had a whole blood panel done, and they haven't been able to really find anything except the fact that there is a lot of pain in my right side of my neck. I also have kind of like a lump back here, and I don't know if anyone else has ever noticed, but whenever I'm filming and I actually sit straight and I like relax my shoulders, one shoulder, which is my left shoulder, stands higher than my right side, so my right side is a little bit lower than my left side. I think it's a pinched nerve, but nobody again is sure. I have been having a lot of weird symptoms. Whenever I stand up, I get really dizzy and really nauseous. So for a couple of weeks I thought I had vertigo, but I wasn't having the other symptoms of vertigo, so they rolled that out. Now I'm basically just trying not to throw up every day, and anytime I get up I have to hold on to something, or if my husband's there, he kind of has to like be watching me to make sure I don't fall over. So if you guys see anything that's a little weird or off, that's probably why, is because I'm not getting a lot of sleep. I am in constant pain because of my neck, and so I really am just struggling right now. Like I can't even talk, which is a little weird. I'm having trouble finding the words and like thinking of the right words to say or like the right words to use. And so a lot of the time lately, whenever I get in front of the camera, I've been really not nervous, but like kind of anxious. Like my anxiety has also gotten a lot higher lately, and I've actually been having to take more of my anti-anxiety meds. It's been getting really difficult to do like everyday things. Even just filming has been kind of a task lately because I cannot find the words to describe products to you guys. Don't mind the shape of my brows. It's not the gel, it's the brows. Next product I'm going to be going in with is powder, because we need to powder this face, bitch. I have the IT Cosmetics CC Airbrush Perfecting Powder. I love this guy so much, and I think that it's mostly because of the fact that there's 50 SPF in here, so there's added sun protection. Another reason why I absolutely love this powder is because if you have dry skin, like your crusty ass girl here, it will not cling to those patches, and I love a good powder that does not cling to patches because I have so many of them. I don't know why I have so many dry patches in the summer, because I have been moisturizing, I have been wearing face masks, I have been, you know, using moisturizing products, moisturizing face washes, basically moisturizing everything. I've actually been drinking a lot more water, because every single time, like I said earlier, I get dizzy and I get nauseous, I just want a lot of water. So I know I'm not dehydrated, I just don't know why I'm so freaking dry, and there's really nothing I've found to kind of help my dryness. So at this point I am just suffering through the summer with dry skin, and it is not fun. So now that I have the powder done, next I'm gonna go in with a little bit of eyeshadow. Now, as I've mentioned in several of my other videos, I never leave the house without some kind of eyeshadow, because I always feel like I look colorless and dead. I always like to take some kind of eyeshadow or some kind of bronzer or like contour powder, just to kind of give my face a little bit of color. I'm going to be going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Now, if you want to use this for your face as well, go ahead, girl, because, I mean, it is a bronzer. I just like to basically add some color to my eyes so I don't look completely flat or, you know, one-dimensional. I need to have some kind of, you know, see, I can't even put my finger on the words that I want to say. I just really have not been able to talk properly lately. Even my husband, I can find that sometimes he gets kind of not annoyed but like frustrated when I'm trying to ask him a question but I can't word the question correctly, and he's just like, what are you trying to ask me? Like, you're asking it in a really confusing way. And it's because my brain is just not, like, even now I'm having trouble thinking and talking. I don't know what's wrong with me, you guys. I honestly hope that there's nothing super serious with me, because I don't do well with like the hospital and like doctors and stuff, because no one likes to go to the hospital, okay? I've kind of been suffering from this for a couple of months now, but gradually it's been getting worse and worse to the point where it's actually affecting my everyday life. I'm also having trouble like multitasking. Usually I'm a great multitasker, but lately I have to like do one thing and concentrate on it or else it won't get done. And I am just all over the place, and I don't know what the hell is going on with me, but I really, really want to figure it out, because I'm also suffering from ringing in the ears on this side. So a lot of times whenever like Lilu rings the bell to go outside, I can't hear it, and then she ends up peeing on the fucking floor. But of course that's my fault, because I can't really hear from this ear because there's constant ringing. Now that I have a little bit of color on my eyes, I'm gonna add some blush. Today I think I'm gonna be using my favorite, which is the Pixie Glowy Powder. It's this guy. I've talked about it so many times. I just love it, especially for the summer, because it has that really pretty shimmery glow to it. And because I always look so flat with just powder, I want to add a little bit of color to my face, and this is the guy that I use all the time to add just that little pop of color on my skin and a little bit of shine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and process into the skin. As I've been saying, I have been dealing with a lot of just uncomfortableness. I don't even know if that's a word, but we're just gonna say it is for today. I'm having a lot of trouble also sleeping, so I have to find a specific position to sleep in, and I have to stay in that specific position all night, or I end up waking up and then not being able to get back to sleep because of the pain here in my neck. It just wakes me up. Nothing has really been working pain med wise. Now, I don't take hard meds like Oxy and that kind of shit. I take like ibuprofen, Tylenol, and I do have prescription ibuprofen, but it has stopped working. So I know that my pain is getting worse and that my neck is getting worse. Also, I have been having migraines out the fucking yin yang. They literally start here in like my neck area where I'm having the pain, and they just shoot to like the front of my face. And I'm left being in the bedroom with the lights off and, you know, the curtains closed and everything really quiet, and like, you know, a nice cold eye mask, because I just can't function once that hits, and once that happens, I'm out for like hours. I've just been so uncomfortable, in a lot of pain, and honestly, I'm to the point where I'm getting really frustrated with like the whole American health system, or like the health, not the healthcare system, but like when you go to a hospital and the process that you have to go through to find out what's going on with you is getting really, really annoying to me. Before I get into that, let's go on with the next product. The next product I'm going to be using is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I talked about this video in a recent haul that I did, and I am so happy that I'm able to get this again. Again, CoverGirl has become cruelty free, and so I can revel in this beauty again. So I'm just going to add this mascara. I'm going to curl these stubby ass lashes, and then we're going to apply the mascara. So back to the whole hospital process. I don't actually mean like American healthcare, because I don't really know a lot about American healthcare and what's going on with that, but I do not like the whole hospital process that you guys have here. I don't know if it's the same with every healthcare plan or company. I honestly, just basically, I don't like the process of getting looked at. First, you make an appointment with your primary care physician, and then afterwards, your primary care physician has to go and refer you to whatever building you need to go to, or whatever place that specializes in that specific category. Then you have to wait for the referral to go through, and then you have to wait for the people who you got referred to call you back and make an appointment. And then after you make, you know, that's what I'm talking about, like that whole process. Now, where I'm from, back home, the way our hospitals work is you go and walk into a really big hospital, not just like some little teeny tiny clinic. There are different places that you go. There's little tiny clinics inside the big hospital, and whatever you're having trouble with, you go to that clinic. If you don't know exactly what you're dealing with or what you're going through, like maybe you have just like a slight cold, you go into the main part of the clinic, and there is like 10 doors. There's 10 doctors behind those doors in those little rooms, and then in the middle of those doors, so there's like 5 doors on one side, 5 doors on the other. In the middle, there are a bunch of nurses who are taking temperatures, taking people's weights, taking people's blood pressure, all in the middle. And so you're constantly like being seen. There's always constantly people going in and out of the doors, people constantly getting their blood pressure checked, their weight, etc. And then in the back, there's a bunch of beds where like if you are sick, they'll put you on an IV. You get to lay back there for like an hour, and then you're on your way to get your medication, which is in the different part of the building. So if I were to be at home, I would not only go to like that little particular area where I don't know what's wrong with me, but after the doctor sees me, my primary care physician sees me, and he says, well, I think you have a heart problem, so I'm going to refer you to cardiology. I am referred that day on the spot, that moment, to where I go and walk to cardiology, and they're like, oh, we have your shit in the computer ready. Let's go ahead and do an EKG. That's how fast it is. Granted, you may end up leaving the hospital at like 7, 8 o'clock at night, but you're going to walk away with some kind of medication or some kind of idea of what's going on, unless you do have to wait for like tests and stuff like that. But everything is done on the spot on that day. Whenever we go to Kaiser, it is just like this big goose chase, because I have to go see my primary care physician, and then she has to decide whether I'm going through this or that, and then refer me to that place. Then I have to wait for that place to call me to make an appointment. Then I have to wait for my appointment. And then when I go to my appointment, normally they do some kind of tests. Most tests take like a week over here for you guys to get them done. And I'm just kind of like, what the hell? Like, why do I have to wait a week for a blood test? Back home, I have never waited a week for a blood test before in my life. It wasn't until I came to America where I was like, wow, y'all take forever for these tests to come back, you know? For me, it's just kind of a culture shock. It's just very different for me that I have to run around to different hospitals and, you know, different doctors all throughout like a month time before I can find out or have any kind of idea what I could possibly be going through. And so it has just been very tiring for me because I'm in so much pain and discomfort. I don't want to be leaving the house all the time. On certain days, my dizziness is worse than others. And so I also have you know, fears of driving, because I don't want to drive while I'm dizzy and nauseous and just not feeling right, and where I can't concentrate on, you know, the things that are going on around me, because it is very dangerous to be driving like that. So last but not least is these lips. Whenever I do like this light of a makeup look, I don't want to be wearing like matte lipstick or liquid lipstick. I like to keep it light and airy and something that's going to kind of fade throughout the day. So I like to stick to lip gloss or lip balm, because it's just the way I roll, you guys. One of my favorites is the Buxom Full On Lip Polish. It's just so pretty. It glides on the skin nicely. It's not sticky. It's not goopy. It's not very thick to where you have those little sticky connecting goopiness whenever you're talking, which I really don't like, but I know it sometimes happens and it's just inevitable. The other option I have is the No. 7 High Shine Lip Gloss. I love this lip gloss because, again, same with the Buxom one, it's not very goopy, it's not sticky, it's not thick. I prefer a lip gloss rather than walking out of the house like this, where my lips are dry and dead and really crusty and gross looking. So I'm going to be using the No. 7 one. Now this is in the shade Pink Slip. It is my absolute favorite lip gloss, you guys. This is one that I actually keep in my purse because I'm just so obsessed with it and I love it. And whenever I forget any type of lipstick, this saves my life. Normally after gloss, I put on some kind of highlight, but for some reason, I'm just feeling no highlight right now. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I look very light and very, I don't know, like natural. This is the finished look. This took me 30 minutes, and that's also because I've been sitting here chatting with you guys and, you know, explaining the products. But if I were to actually sit here and not be running my mouth the whole time, I could get this done within 10-15 minutes. This is actually what I've been wearing anytime I go to an appointment, just because it's light, it's easy. I don't really have to worry about what I look like. Like, I know that this is gonna last all day long. I just wanted to share with you guys what's been going on, kind of sit and chat a little bit while I do this makeup look. Ooh, you see that? You guys see that? I just now noticed that my hair dye is coming out off of my hair, and this is permanent hair dye, so that's that's fucking cute. My mind just kind of like goes to other places really fast, and it's really hard for me to concentrate. So if you guys notice anything a little off or a little weird, or maybe I just am not talking clearly or using a lot of the same words, it's because something is going on. I'm just hoping that on my upcoming appointments they find out what the fuck is going on with me, because I cannot take this much longer. It's also really making me be a really angry person, because pain changes people, you guys. Pain will make a really nice, sweet person into like the fucking devil, you know? I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about what's been going on and share with you guys this light, airy, natural, very quick summer look. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making for you. If you did, please get a thumbs up, and don't forget to click that big red button that says subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you actually know when I post my videos. And as always, if you have any tips, tricks, questions, comments, or if you simply want to talk shit, leave it all in the comment section below, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.